Good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Today I'm talking about a phenomenal piece of music, an enormo hit that completely changed the careers of the Kings of Leon. The song is called Sex on Fire, and it was released in 2008. I remember it well. Oh. I think I used to, in that year I remember driving I was driving a new Mini, because I'd read somewhere that they were good, and it was good. It's a really nice car. I remember I was doing some, what's it called, like songwriting assignments for other people, and I came to Los Angeles. I was staying in the Grafton Hotel on Sunset, sitting next to the pool, and they were playing that that one called Closer. Dim 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 beep 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 bum 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 beep 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 bum dum. Justin Hawkins rides again. I feel like it's one of those songs where it was just so omnipresent at the time. It was the first single released from the fourth studio album, Only by the Night. I think that's also got the one that goes, you know that I could use somebody. That one, I can't do his voice, but you get the idea. You know that I could use somebody. I remember them singing that at the Brits that year. Pretty spectacular stuff. His voice is amazing, isn't it? The lyrics were never meant to be sex on fire. The band explained it was actually going to be set us on fire. Well, I think he was saying this sets us on fire. And then one of the sound mixers in the studio walked in as they were playing it and said, "Sex on fire, huh?" And it became a running joke, and they stuck with it. They said that some of the lyrics they tried were socks on fire. Hot shoe burning down the avenue, socks on fire, and snatch on fire, which, if you do experience anything like that, you really ought to see a physician at the earliest opportunity. And cocks on fire, same. The song is played in the key of E major, that's this. With exactly that facial expression. Tempo of 153. What would that be? Let's see how close I am to that. Advert. Fuck off the adverts. I was too fast. God, I love his voice. He's such a brilliant singer. I remember when they first sort of kicked off and that first record came out, they all had the beards. Do you remember? They were like very, very hairy young men, and everyone was like, oh, look at these beardy men from the Americas. They must be into folk and stuff like that. But it was kind of rock and roll music, and there was something great in his voice then. But on this record, I feel like his performance was elevated somehow, and like just the experience of being on the road for ages, his control of the grate in his voice and like everywhere in his range is just really, it's a really enjoyable thing to listen to. He's a great singer, really consistent, and I think he was awesome live. I think he is awesome live. I'm not sure if I know we played at a festival with them once, but I may have been drunk from a dirty glass that day, and I might not have been myself. God, it's really good. The affectations that he has at the end of that thing, when he has a sort of a breathy, sort of squealy thing that almost hints at an overtone. God. I mean, this was a hit for two reasons. It's a really simple song, but it's such a brilliant vocal performance on it. It really is. Has people talking? Because it's kind of, you can only understand at first listen, at first sort of audio glance. You can only pick up maybe half of the lyric, and you paint in the rest yourself, which is how they arrived at Sex on Fire anyway, if legend is to be believed. Let's get to a chorus. What's that guitar part? It's a really interesting guitar part, isn't it? I never used to like it at first, but I've got really into it recently. Something like that. Caleb Follow Will? Is it Follow Will or Follow Will? Originally thought the song was terrible, according to Spin magazine. It was almost ditched during the recording. It's not terrible, Caleb. It's awesome. In 2016, Johnny Borrell of the Razorlight Music Band called this song the apex death and afterlife of landfill indie, all in one go, and noted its similarity to the Stereophonics Dakota from 2005. Okay, well, it's an excellent expression, but I think if you look at it outside of the context of the genre that it sort of sounds like it belongs in, it's a fucking awesome piece of music. It really is. The Kings of Leon formed in 1999 in Nashville, and the band is composed of Caleb, Nathan, Jared, and their cousin Matthew. A preeminent bass player that I've worked with often admires greatly Jared's bass playing, because apparently, this might be some urban myth that I'm getting wrong here, so take what I'm about to say with a pinch of salt, by all means. And also correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I think Jared, in order to sort of join in with this band, he actually learnt the bass from scratch, and has become, I think, a really brilliant bass player. Like, he's totally recognisable, awesome tone. Like, you can tell it's a guy that is all bass, you know what I mean? Like somebody who just sounds like he's only ever played the bass. And that's a good thing. A bass player's bass player, you know what I mean? The band's early music was a blend of southern rock and garage rock with blues influences. I like all those things. It then changed over time into more of an alternative and arena rock sound. And they've released 8 studio albums, of which a lot of that stuff's brilliant. This is obviously the hit to end all hits, though. What I always find interesting about this is, like, when you listen to it on headphones, you get like one sort of filthy, roomy guitar set back, just playing like the dim dim. That sort of stuff there, and the other guy with a slightly more trebly, probably bridge pickup sound, is doing some that stuff, and then when the chorus kicks off, it just changes. And that stuff where it goes. But I don't think it sounds like another load of guitars comes in. Like it's a pretty simple production. Like the instruments that are there in the verse are also there in the chorus. It's just that all the intensity and dynamic shift comes from the performances themselves, as opposed to production tricks or additional overdubs. And I always admire that. That means you know that when you go and see him live, you're going to get something that resembles it. Without pre-recorded elements. Yeah, so the treble one. Yeah, he's over in the left-hand side, and then the sort of the rounder, bassier sound is on the right. Yeah, I think it is just 2 guitars. When that dropout began, there was kind of like some stab stuff. Like he's doing that kind of stuff, and then he goes off into the lead part, and then that stabbing stops. Yeah, and it's only the other guy that's doing it. So yeah, it's literally 2 guitars. Isn't it inspiring to know that you can have a hit like that in this millennium without thousands of overdubs and without a piece of music that's heaving under the weight of a production job that is not necessary? So that's just stadium rock done right. It's a really, really simple melody. 2 chords, really. A dropout. And loads of dynamic shifts, all produced with minimal overdubbery. And it sounds like it's just 2 guitars. It's amazing. I mean, that's the Kings of Leon in a nutshell. Real rock and roll band. It's great stuff. Justin Hawkins writes again. again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos, and keep coming back, guys. You know I love you.